It's Tuesday and we are on the road to Birmingham, filling up the car, pit stop. We are heading to the NEC in Birmingham for a little trip to a exhibition called Printwear and Promotions with Tony, who's sort of product lead, helping us with our new equipment, Cody, ops and production manager, and me and Sam the man. And we are heading out to look at some new equipment that we are hoping to bring in this year. We're trying to improve some of our heat presses, look at some of the consumables that we're purchasing for production, establish some relationships, look at some new equipment, check out some of the new trends in the industry. We go every year, love it, love getting involved, catching up with some industry connections, seeing what's new, where we can spend some pennies and improve our output and our efficiency back at base. So we're on the road and see what the day's got in store for us. That's what we're doing.
This is Neil.
We're spoiling it for these people who want to walk past, sorry.
Right, are we rolling, Sam? This is Neil, one of our favourite suppliers from the
Player, yeah.
Oh, actually, no, we can't say where he's from because all the end users will go direct to him. This is Neil. He wanted to be on the vlog. Very good friend of mine, supported us for a very long time, and can't believe we've run into him. That's Neil's piece on the vlog. Good to see you, mate.
Thanks very
And that's from one press of the pedal. Press. So by that's doing now, I'm putting the next one up. But that wouldn't, is that on full auto now?
It's on full auto now, yeah.
But if you're not trustworthy of the operator.
You just hit the foot pedal, yeah. So if I put that on.
If you want to guarantee your throughput.
Yeah. You say it, Ben. 10-3.
Oh, Taylor, you're really twisting my arm here. We'll call it 10-3.
10-3.
Yeah.
Done deal. Good man. Happy days. Deal is done.
Deal.
Oh, that is really smart. Yeah. I like that.
It's not come down a lot.
Yeah.
That's screen transfer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is that for the new ones? Is that what are you only screen transferring them, or are you DTFing them?
No, it'll be DTF.
You are.
I'm sure we pay 2 cents.
Right. I see. Okay. Wrapping up a fantastic day at the expo. Bought some amazing new heat presses for Michael and the transfer team, which hopefully they'll be very happy with. So managed to negotiate an on-stand deal there, which was really good. Caught up with a lot of our suppliers, looked at some potential new investments that we want to make into some kit, and made some new friends. So yeah, all in all, a successful day. Now I'm going to head back. Hopefully the traffic's kind to us and reflect on our way back on the wins of the day. Let's go, that's what we're doing. Good morning from Chroma. We are here today, we're actually here for the majority of the day. We've pitched up a little desk and we are based here, spending a little bit of time with some of the trades. We're on the final push now, hoping to be out of here with these 7 flats finished in the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks, all being well. We've got a lot of trades, we've got about 16 people here today across the site pushing things on. We've got some flats that are very close to being finished. This one, for example, so close now. We literally just got to finish off the kitchen, a little bit of worktop to go in, and a couple of missing doors that we're waiting on. But other than that, we are decorated, panelling's on, everything's looking gravy in here. We've got a little bit of cleaning to do on some of the windows. But this is really in a place where, you know, we're almost ready for market on this and to have people moving into them. So it's exciting. And yeah, just spend a little bit of time. We've made a few errors on this project where really, in hindsight, I think we should have probably had a project manager here or somebody at least leading the site, because there was just so many moving parts. And for this last push, because we really have overrun on this, I'm spending a little bit of time. I've set up a little desk a bit in a temporary area in one of the flats that are pretty much finished, and I'm just sitting there with the Gantt chart a good 3 or 4 days a week for the next couple of weeks, just pushing on with the trades and being here for at least sort of a few hours every day to try and liaise, work out what materials we're short on, what snagging needs doing, where we need to pull in additional resources so we can hit those deadlines, and just sort of working with the team to really push it on, pull everyone together and communicate, because we've got a lot of different subcontractors coming in from different areas who haven't necessarily worked together before, and having someone there just to gel people together and ease that communication loop just makes everything so much better, more effective, and we run a lot smoother. So it's all going well, plenty going on, and Tassie Waste are here now doing a clearance of some of the site rubbish, because again, it's just not a location, this kind of site, that we can have skips. Access is very poor, we're right on the coast, typical small thin roads, very congested, you just can't get HGVs and skip trucks up here. So load and go waste removal for construction waste is absolutely perfect on this site, and Tassie Waste are cracking through it down there now. So yeah, let's go see what they're doing. Good morning. It's all systems go. If I'm honest, I'm feeling pretty knackered. It has been a chaotic week. There is loads going on. I feel like I'm probably burning the candle a little bit at both ends, probably a little bit much. There's just lots happening. We're trying to move a lot of things on all at the same time. And yeah, it just means I'm quite stretched, but I'm very fortunate. We've got a fantastic team. I'm quite a doer. I want to get involved, and I've got to be mindful of not overcommitting myself. I'm very much in that. I was reading an article the other day actually about this thing called founder mode, and then I listened to a podcast that the founder of Deliveroo, I think, did on the Business Leader podcast. Really good, and he talks about this idea of founder mode, and I think Airbnb was talking about it as well, someone. But it's really interesting concept around really getting under the hood and being stuck in with your team. So like I'm doing this thing at the moment where I'm theming every day of my week to a different department, different area of the business. And the results we're seeing as a result of really getting under the hood and driving things forward with the team and really putting a lot of my passion and energy into different departments is making a massive difference. I think more in my head than anything. So the same level of progress was probably happening before. It's just I feel like I'm more involved and I'm getting a real kick out of it and a real buzz. So it's thrown me off a little bit this week because we've had a few dramas going on with the Chroma property project that you've probably seen in previous vlogs, where we're building a block of 7 flats. And we've had some dramas up there and some project management issues that we needed to address. So I've spent a big chunk of my week this week up there. So it's kind of took its toll a little bit because I've got all that going on at the moment on top of trying to really get into the departments each day. But all in all, it's going well, and I'm really enjoying theming my days of the week. It's helping me a lot. It's making me feel a lot more in control of my time, and I'm giving more like 110% each day to that department as opposed to just jumping every hour and multitasking. So yeah, it's kind of my thoughts and where I'm at the moment. Pretty tired, but this beginning of the year, I just think this Q1, we need that big push, we need that momentum. So I'm really I am probably overdoing it a bit, but I'm enjoying it and I'm loving every minute of it. And we are seeing the results off the back of it. So yeah, going to check in production now and see some of the guys because I haven't seen them all week. Did you hear about your new toys?
I did indeed, mate. Yeah,
they are
exciting.
Cool.
Yeah,
they are really cool. To be fair, I'm hoping they'll be here next week.
Yeah, Cody did mention.
And they literally just foot pedal.
Yeah, like
so clever, and it does remove a lot of friction because literally you can have it on auto, and as that's being that's cooking while this one's being fed, you literally go dun, and it just comes up. So cool, yeah. Just removes a lot of the strain of that as well, but also just makes it so much easier.
More lean.
Yeah, 100%. They are nice, and obviously we've got 2 of them, So we put one out there and one here. So it should make a big difference. I'm quite excited about that. We watched it time, and you can even, obviously you'd have to see if you were comfortable with it, but when you get comfortable, there's a setting where you haven't even got to press that. You can literally put it on a delay. It gives you a warning before it comes up, but like you can literally not have to, you load it and it could go, and that's like, shit, get my hands out of the way. And then it comes up and you literally just change it. So clever, yeah. So yeah, hopefully they'll come. The only thing I'm worried about now is space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not huge.
Do you reckon it'd fit on this entire desk area here? Or a bit bigger?
No, I reckon it is the size of this bench, one bench. I think. I was just worried about the depth. But
We'll see when it arrives.
worst case, we buy a slightly bigger desk. All right, Jazz. Oh, is this your new printer? You've got one as well. Wow. How are you finding that? Is it good?
Yeah, it's really nice.
You like it?
Yeah, we've just amended. So Nath used to print all our delivery notes in colour.
Yeah.
It's just more cost effective to do them in black and white. I know they don't look as pretty.
100%, I agree.
But we're
you
doing
know what I wanted to
printing out like
do?
40, 50 of them a day,
Yeah, it's mad,
and it
isn't
just
it?
adds up.
Puts it into perspective when you see the little badge on the cost.
100%, yeah.
But I said, not being funny, our delivery notes, we don't need to have all that gump on the top and the bottom. We never get a delivery note in that's got all that on it, does it? It just says delivery note, text only.
Yeah.
We don't need, so I've got it on, I think I'll ask Kelly to look at it, just to go into the settings and delete that top and bottom.
Top and bottom bit,
Oh yeah,
because it's
because
not
then it
even
would
very
be,
often that
it
you...
wouldn't look bad then, would it?
It's not very often that you also get the pictures of the products on the delivery note either.
No,
That's
no,
not a
people
standard,
don't need that, do you? No.
standard thing, so you could probably get rid of those.
Get rid of that and all the colour versions, so it is only a mono anyway.
Yeah.
It just says delivery note, this is where it's to be delivered and this is what it contains.
So be using less toner as well, printing it out that way.
Yeah, we need to do that ASAP,
Yeah.
You're right. But is it printing all right, yeah?
It's printing really lovely, and also,
Nice.
which is, because I keep every single dispatch sheet,
Yeah. Oh wow.
I keep them for 6 months.
Yeah, cool.
These are from the old printer, this is from the new. These text boxes
yeah.
have always been there. And those
but it
tick
just
box
never picked him up.
and the tick box. So it just
No
makes
way.
things so much easier to see.
Yeah.
It never picked it up. You'd
How
get like
mad.
a tiny amount.
Tiniest little thing.
So it's really, really good.
Oh, that's handy, isn't it? And so everyone can easily connect. It's because we had all this. Oh, this don't connect, that don't connect, but this connects. Everyone's connected.
Everyone's computer
yeah.
connects to it.
That's great.
Print
isn't
straight
it?
away. It doesn't jam.
Wow, much better.
And I really like the fact that it automatically is its own Kanban system.
Yeah. Yes, I thought that's one less thing for us
It
to
just
worry
makes
about.
me really happy.
Yeah, 100%.
How's your week going? Yeah, all good, Sam. Just really busy couple months, to be honest. Getting loads of new lines in, just constantly evolving our stock and changing it to obviously suit what the customers are having. So yeah, just really busy. As you can see, the racks are pretty much full up. New stock. These come in today, so we've got some lovely 8-ounce canvas bags, some new ones, which I'll show you while you're here because they're quite a nice product. So some nice 8-ounce navy totes we're now offering. So yeah, so loads of new lines coming in. It's been really challenging for the team because there's been quite a lot of sickness this month and annual leave. So it's just, yeah, really busy. Everybody hands on deck. Keep pushing really. But yeah, as you can see, Nath as well, constantly sending out the stock. So all good, but just obviously quite hard on the team, but we'll, you know, getting in together and getting it done really. I think I've been doing some pressing this week and last week. I've been covering lunch breaks, working through lunch, so it's just been super busy, but it's all good for the team and keeps us busy, so can't really complain.
Hi Jess, how's your week going?
Hi Sam, my week's going quite well, thank you. We've had quite a lot of annual leave this week, so we've been a lot busier than expected and just moving staff around to fill the gaps where we have them. We've also had quite a lot of high quantity orders coming through recently, which has meant that we haven't had as much room for the small quantity and express orders that we would like. So we've been doing overtime, running around like mad, just to try and create that space so we can then start accepting express orders again. Other than that, everything for today's dispatch is done, which is perfect. 100% in time and full today with little waste as well, which is just what we want, especially nearing the end of the week.
Just back in the office, catching up on a few things. One thing that I wanted to share that we've started implementing, and I don't think enough people are doing this. When you're taking inquiries from customers and your team, yourself, more of us need to stop and ask people, can I just ask how you heard about us? So when you're taking inbound leads, I think I've been guilty of this for many years. We spend all this money on marketing and advertising, outreach, and you're doing all these, you're spinning all these plates. If you're like us, your email marketing, your social media, you're putting out content, you're going to events, you're going to exhibitions, you're doing SEO, you're doing digital PR. There's so many different things that you're all spinning at the same time, and that's all costing, either mentally or physical cash. And the way of the world now, there's so many tools that you can track your ROI very clearly. Your email marketing, all that kind of stuff is very clear. But there are times when you receive leads and you cannot attribute where they've come from, or at least for most small businesses, it's very difficult to. And actually, just training yourself and creating a really solid system and process to make sure that when these leads come in and you do not know where they've come from, we just stop and ask, and people will only be too happy to usually tell you how they heard about you. And we've created a little system within Tassie Waste recently, where when the inbound inquiries come in and we actually speak to them, we were forgetting to ask certain questions. So we would be one of them being, we always wanted to know as a startup where we're putting our marketing pounds and pennies are so critical that we'd get a clear ROI. As only a 7-month-old business, we don't have enough data yet, and we haven't made the mistakes and we haven't learned where the best medium for our demographic is. So what I needed to know as quickly as physically possible was, out of all the areas we're putting our money, where's the best return? And so we were asking, can we ask when they're calling in how you heard about us? But it was inconsistent because we're not wired that way. So we came up with these Tassie Waste telephone inquiry forms, which we'll overlay on the screen, just how they look. And basically it's when somebody's calling in, they're a paper-based copy at the moment because we're not that advanced, we're still in startup mode, we don't have systems and software that we're paying out for at the moment that talks you through this. We're very back to basics, paper system, wad on your desk. Every time the phone rings, we are getting those information extracted, and it walks the person who's taking the call through all the key questions we need to ask, and it allows us to collect the data, and then we put it into a spreadsheet at the end of the week, which tells us our most popular lead sources, what our most popular inquiries came in for, and we're starting to build data, and we're starting to see where our biggest ROI on our marketing pounds is coming from. So this is a little thing that we've been doing, and I've just been having a little look over some of the data and the responses. It's given us so much insight. We're not going off our gut or what we think or what we feel. The data is telling us that. So make one of these in Word, very simple to do, and ask everybody on the front line who's taking your inbound inquiries to start asking customers, can I just ask, how did you hear about us? And you might just be mega shocked with some of the responses, and it could leapfrog you forward as to where you need to double down and put in your energy, effort and pounds for the next month of marketing. Little tip there that's working for us, and I strongly think more of us need to do it. That's what I'm doing. We are wrapping up another week. It's been a pretty short vlog this week from what Sam has told me. But there's just been so much going on, and if I'm honest, there's been some stuff we've not been able to really film. There's been some, me and Sam have been apart for a good chunk of the week. I've been sort of up on site in Chroma, pushing things forward. Sam's been working on some content for other parts of the business. We've just had a lot happening, and there's also been a few confidential meetings in there about projects that we're sort of planting the seeds for that we're not quite ready to sort of shout about too loudly yet. So it's just been one of them weeks, but it's the way it rolls sometimes, guys, I'm afraid. We've captured what we can, and we've sort of documented it for us to look back on in years to come. But things are on the up. We've never been busier. I mean, literally a record February. We've smashed all targets we expected to achieve, and it is a company record in that month. Which is amazing on the totally branded side. Tassie Waste is really picking up. We think that's to do with the weather. We've never, because that business is only 7 months old, we've not we've not existed in this sort of, you know, March, April time before, but a lot of people in the industry friends that I've made have told me that when the weather and the sun starts to come out after that December, January lull period, the world starts going into their gardens and having a clear out, looking in the garage. So I'm quite pleased about that. And on that note, we've got our new signs that we've just had popped together. So if you remember a few episodes ago, I talked about the mistake I made where I'd created these sort of correct signboards to try and promote it within the local area, the load and go waste removal service. But I just stupidly got them in A3 thinking, well, that's quite big, and didn't even think that when people are driving past at 30 miles an hour, that they're just gonna look like minuscule plaques. So we've now got these bad boys in AO size, which is looking a lot bigger. And yeah, I'm just gone for a lot more simple, no imagery, very bold, very clear. We remove waste, we load it and we go. And that is literally it with the logo, so they can search us up very quickly. It's that brand recognition. We're in all the local advertising magazines. We're in local, you know, websites. We're doing a lot of Meta, Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads advertising. So it's just like see us, see the brand, see the vehicles driving around with the branding, keep the branding consistent, the messaging consistent, see the logo, and hopefully that just refresh and remind it in a small area like where we are, should hopefully just those multiple touch points. And we're already, where we're recording, where people have heard about us, we're already seeing data in those reports saying, I saw the van, I've seen the sign. So it's already working, which is so encouraging to see. So yeah, course corrected my mistake, very happy about that. And we are wrapping up another week. My brain is frazzled, there's loads going on. I'm jumping from the property business to the totally branded to Tassie Waste. There's plenty happening, but it keeps me out of trouble and we're loving every minute of it. Until next week, goodbye.